And when we look at how people are really struggling in Nigeria financially, we just have to begin to educate people on how to build wealth and how to create wealth. And that's how what we've been doing this past few years. So I've written 35 books. I'm married with 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
I do a lot of charity.
What's your favorite book, though? What's your favorite book that you've written?
My favorite book is my latest book called The Billionaire Habits, because I shared habits of wealthiest people I've met, as well
Oh,
as
wow.
the ones I also had to use. And it's powerful because success leaves clues. One of the
Mm.
speakers tomorrow is Cosmos Maduka. Cosmos started his Coscharis in Nigeria over 40 years ago. You won't believe it, with 200 naira. And cause Charis is worth over $1 billion today, right? So he's also one of the speakers coming tomorrow. So ultimately, the book Billionaire Habit talk about people like that and myself and what the habits that has just helped us to make, manage, and multiply money.
Oh, that's really dope.
Yes. Do you think my major secret is what?
I said, haven't written Billionaire Secret, like your book,
Mm-hmm.
Billionaire Secret. Do you think it's your major source of, you know, wealth creation in some sense?
No, writing books is more of a way of giving back because is one of the challenges we face. Yes, the book is on Amazon for the person asking. The book is on Amazon, and the book is also on my website, steveakintayo.com. But the truth is that most wealthy people in Africa don't write books. I mean, look at the richest man in the world in Africa is
To
Dangote.
be
There's no book.
honest.
Meanwhile, in Western world, Bill Gates has a book, Warren Buffett has a book, so a lot of
So
Western wealthy
you needed to
guys.
bridge that gap.
Exactly, yeah,
So
and it's part of the problem for young people. Like, I mean, your music, appeals to a lot of young people, and you
yeah,
see that the challenge young people face is like, so we all can't do music, we all can't be successful like Buju, right? So, some of us have to do business or we have to do something, but
yeah.
who do we look up to? Like, who has done it that we can follow their pattern? And
Well,
we really struggle to find African entrepreneurs who have authored books, who have shared how they made it. So we
yeah.
needed to bridge that gap, absolutely.
I mean, it's super amazing. The initiative is amazing. I think a lot of young people at this point are really looking forward to, you know, various means of wealth creation and a means to stand out and be independent. And it's nice to know that there are successful people who are willing to drop clues like you know, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of book. And
Mm,
yeah, super amazing to see.
thank you.
Another question I want to ask is, do you think real estate is, you know, a major source of wealth creation this year? Like in this year and age. Of course, I do know that, but I want you to, you know, broaden on how.
Absolutely, you're very right. Real estate, and I know,
Sorry, it's a. I wanted to
yeah.
ask if it's a method to gain proper financial stability. Do you think it is? It is right for people to go into real estate immediately.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you are into music and you've seen that even some of your colleagues in the Western world
Yeah.
will tell you that one of their biggest secrets was real estate. I mean, Rick
Well,
Ross bought what you can call a whole mansion in
well,
Atlanta. And what has happened is that the value of that property had even appreciated even now than the
okay.
time he acquired those property. Now, and there are a lot of ways to monetize real estate. But when you do real estate, not just for your own residential purpose, but for the sake of generating cash flow. Floyd Mayweather, a lot of people don't know. They just see the guy with, Rolls Royce, private jets, all of those stuff. But he's a big investor in real estate. In fact, Floyd started his real estate investment with about $1 million, and he was getting $50,000 every month. from his $1 million investment. And guess what he did? He put in over $100 million.
Into the
Now,
same, of course.
yeah. Now he makes over $1 million every month from his real estate investment. So real estate has proven to be that business that is an edge against inflation. So even when you have huge inflation in the country, people invest in real estate. When you keep your money in the bank, it's like what you call savings account is like shaving account. That's shaving your hair.
I feel you,
Because
1000%.
you're not getting anything out of the bank. But when you invest that money and you're getting something regularly coming in, it's always been the vehicle for. I mean, look at when Michael Jackson died, the estate of Michael Jackson was all, what, billions of dollars, and it's always
Bro,
been.
bro, that is. I very much relate to that because I mean it's a very lucrative form of business. At the same time, it could really boom into something life changing. At the same time, I want to ask about the show tomorrow, the event tomorrow, uh, the Global Wealth Festival. What was the initiative behind that? Like, what were you thinking?
Beautiful, very good question. So for me was that I many years ago I started traveling to the Western world for vacation, and I remember I will lodge in 4 or 5 star hotels even if I'm staying for a month or more.
Yeah.
And gradually, a lot of Nigerians who had known me, who are based there, started saying, "Look, what do you do in Nigeria? Like, are you into drug or something? Like, we that were here, we don't make that kind of money to be able to afford that kind of that lifestyle. We're having to work so hard, $15 an hour, $10 an hour." And
Yes,
I
now
just say,
because we ball a lot compared to how they do.
exactly, and sometimes we don't even know that. And so for me, was many of them that started like, okay, can you teach us, what do you do? How do we build wealth? And then that was how we started. But at some point, I also then realized that many of them needed role models. They needed to know people in those countries because this conference is not just a Nigerian thing. In fact, we started it with Dallas edition. We brought Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is worth $8 billion in real estate asset. We
That's
brought a
crazy.
lot of other guys, in the US who are doing well. We just finished the one for London. We brought Alexandra Musa. Alexandra Musa has 2 Guinness Book of Record, the most expensive suit in the world, and the most expensive phone in the world, rigged with diamonds and gold. Yeah. The
That's
guy
crazy.
literally took Afro beats, the ringtone in those days, where your phone can ring and you are hearing music. The guy started it, putting Afro beats on ringtone. He was known to be the main guy behind that. And so people getting to meet someone like that, born in the UK but a Nigerian, and how he's turned his life around, even though he was born even poor, started inspiring people. And we said we need to take this global. We need to begin to inspire our people that it's not just about going to these countries and having all the degrees and being known to be the best doctors. We also need to own the hospitals. We
Yeah.
also need to own businesses. I mean, look at what's happening with a lot of racism, a lot of banning of Nigeria. Nigerians have been banned in Dubai and several countries. And sometimes because when we go to those countries, we are not owning things, we are not owning businesses. We just want to get a job instead of thinking of entrepreneurship and investment. The
Right.
new prime minister of the UK is from India, but the guy is even richer than the king. So you're surprised they allowed him to be the prime minister. In fact, I used to be the minister for finance because the guy was a rich guy. So they could trust him with the nation's resources because he had money. And many of us, rather than also replicating the same, when we go to this part of the world and say, how do we build businesses? How do we build wealth? We don't do that. And that's why we started the concept and say, you know what, let's have a conference, bring a lot of wealthy guys, successful guys to share, not just motivation, practically, how
Yeah.
did you do it? What are the principles that you use? So tomorrow, aside the keynote sessions, we're having the talent panel where we're going to be having Zelicious, Daddy Freeze, Bovi, couple of other guys, sharing how they've been able to monetize their talent to building wealth for themselves, just using their talent. See what you are doing. I mean, see how much you've turned your life around from monetizing the fact that you could sing. We're also going to be having entrepreneurship and investment panel where we'll be having people who are successful in business, successful in investment, sharing what they did, how they started their business. Then we'll have real estate panel, people who are into real estate sharing how to build wealth through real estate. So it's going to be great. I'll be sharing my journey. I started with, with just $10, how I made it. Then Chief Dele Momodu will be there as well, sharing how he built a global brand with Ovation and several other. I mean, it's just a loaded. Dr. Cosmos Maduka will be sharing how he started Cosmos Maduka with just, 200 naira, and he's built it to over $1 billion today. So it's really going to be great.
That's really dope. Say, like I'm just getting to hear about this for the first time. How do I actually get to attend this event?
Well, beautiful. For everyone who want to attend, it's happening tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the conference. And then for those who get the VIP tickets, we will now have a networking dinner where Buju will be performing live. So and you guys are going to meet. Yes. So it's going to be really awesome during the dinner time as well. The dinner is from 7 to 10 p.m. in the evening. The venue is Civic Center in Lagos. And you can also join virtually. So if you're not in Lagos, you can be part of the virtual session. So they can always visit globalwealthfestival.com to get a ticket right now. www.globalwealthfestival.com, and they'll be able to get a ticket at www.globalwealthfestival. So it's one of those events that you don't want to miss for anything in the world. And if they use the coupon code, GWF Lagos 50, they'll even be able to get a 50% discount for being a Buju fan. So you want to use the coupon code. Yes, use the coupon code GWF50, GWF Lagos, GWF, then Lagos, because we've done the other ones, then 50, GWF Lagos 50. When you use that coupon code, it gives you a 50% discount on any of the tickets you want to buy. And it promises to be a great time because now you're learning financial intelligence, but at the same time, you're going to be having fun. There will be comedy. Bovi will be thrilling us to a fantastic time. We're going to just laugh and laugh and laugh, have great entertainment. Because, hey, you also want to make money so that you can have a great time.
Super amazing, actually. I mean, trust me, I look forward to that.
I really look forward to listening to you and
as we
having a
discussed
great
earlier,
time.
like we're talking about, we're talking about land banking and real estate management.
Yes.
How would you advise people, get into this sort of market? To get into this, tapping into this sort of P, because I know there's going to be a lot of elaboration tomorrow, but just for the meantime, let's give people like a little bit of,
A
advice
tips
on
of
how
the
to get
iceberg.
there. You feel me?
So land banking is actually the process of aggregating land for the purpose of investment or development. So one of the biggest land bankers in the U.S. is actually Kanye West, right? So Kanye West has been acquiring land, for a long time now in the U.S. And what land banking does is that you're able to buy land at a very cheap price in locations that have a lot of great projects that is coming on very soon. With the advantage of land banking is that you can buy a land for as low as, I'm giving an example, $50,000, And 5 years later, the value of that land can be as high as $200,000 to $500,000. I
Wow.
know some properties, some land I bought using land banking 7 years ago. I got some of them for as low as 250,000, some for as low as 750,000. And today, some are going between 10 to 30 million naira per plot. And some I
Wow.
bought 50 acres, some I bought 100 acres. And that's one of the biggest secrets to my wealth today.
Wow.
So I bought it long ago before. Look at those places like Bejuleki. I have over five estates there. Ikorodu, I mean, different parts of
Different
Nigeria.
parts.
We have more than 30 estates now. But the wisdom was to buy them when they were cheaper, leave it for a few years, and then sell it when the price is gone up. And that's the concept of land banking. And it's one of the most legit way to build tangible wealth in this part of the world. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's super amazing. I'm super excited. Like, it's really nice to hear this. I can't wait to actually, get to hear a lot more tomorrow. How do people get to
Absolutely.
reach out to you personally? Like, if they wanted to get more advice on anything at all.
Well, for me, just like Buju, I'm expensive to reach. I'm not cheap.
Be honest, it costs money. Oh.
It costs money. So I kind of charge for mentorship. I charge as
Yeah,
high as $20,000 for 6 months mentorship.
that's dope.
But what I've decided to do today because of Buju, I have a team of wealth advisors that I've mentored over the years, and they can guide you once. But again, the rule is you must have a budget because when it comes to investment, you must have something to start with.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
got it.
just any
Of course, of
stock.
course, of
Yeah,
course.
so if you have at least 5 million and above and you want to start land banking or real estate investment, these people are there to guide you,
Yeah,
as to how to go about that process. They are called wealth advisors, and I personally mentored them. So you can call this number um, on the screen. Is +23481 88 111 999. Again, +23481 88 111 999. Or you can just WhatsApp that number and say, "Hey, I want mentorship on real estate investment." State what your budget is, and you will be guided as to how you can go about that.
oh, that's really dope. I was trying to respond to Oxlade, one of one of the artists that's pulling up. Anyway, super dope. I'm super excited for tomorrow, and I really want to know: is there anybody in the audience that really wants to ask a question or wants to know anything more about Mr. Stephen Akintayo? You can actually leave a comment in his, the question in his, inbox. I would actually respond to that. So yeah,
Absolutely.
super amazing,
Absolutely. And I
and
want to thank you for coming tonight. I
I
really
really
look forward to
appreciate it.
seeing you tomorrow. It's been nice chatting
Yeah,
with you.
tomorrow is going to
And
be super
I'm sure a
amazing.
lot of your fans don't know that you are this exciting when it comes to investment. They think it's
I
just
mean,
music.
I am really, I am really. 'Cause, I'm about to get one of my first major properties, and it's something really exciting for me, really. So yeah,
Wow.
tomorrow is going to be really innovative for me.
Awesome. Awesome. Also, I look forward to meeting you. It's going to be great. Thank you so much.
1000%. Thank you so much, sir.
God bless
All right,
you.
we'll link tomorrow.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye, guys. Love you. Bye.